Alton, Advanced Registered Nurse Practitioner and Certified Nurse Midwife of doomandbloom.net, where you'll find close to 800 posts, videos, and podcasts on medical preparedness for any disaster. Together with my husband, Joe Alton, MD, we're the New York Times and Amazon best-selling authors of the Survival Medicine Handbook and other books, plus the designers of the awesome board game Doom and Bloom Survival, named by the Preparedness Family blog as the Teaching Preparedness Resource of the Week. In recent times, we've experienced a number of active shooter events, and you can bet there'll be a lot more in the uncertain future. We've talked in other videos about your strategy to stay alive in these events. But even if you escape injury, you're likely to come across victims with bleeding wounds. These events are usually over in a few minutes, but medical personnel are unlikely to be here on hand before major damage has been done. I've been saying that all schools, workplaces, and malls should have bleeding control kits in a visible location, such as on the wall. In case of an emergency, break glass. A kit like this should have certain items that are effective to stop bleeding, while easy to use for the average untrained person. Here's my bleeding control kit that I designed for this exact instance. Although you can find it at our store at store.doomandbloom.net, I want you to take a look at the items and see if they make sense for you. Feel free to put together a kit on your own. The most important thing is to have the items that you know how to use effectively, not a particular brand of kit. Now, before I demonstrate this kit, I want to say that you shouldn't treat the wounded unless you know you're no longer personally at risk. Becoming the next casualty does no one any good. And even law enforcement will leave the injured for after the shooter has been neutralized, not before. Okay, so here's the kit, which comes in a sealed, highly visible bag with instructions on the outside. When you open it and dump the contents out, as a teacher might to help a student who is bleeding from a gunshot wound, you can see there is a waterproof or blood-proof instruction sheet there as well. Remember that this person may not be medically trained and will be agitated, so I give you two places to find instructions, one here and one here. The waterproof instruction sheet is clearly numbered to coincide with the numbers found on each item, as you can see here. The items in the kit are individually packaged: gloves and shear, an H&H gauze, a SWAT tourniquet, Celox hemostatic pads, a 6-inch roller gauze, a compression dressing, a Mylar blanket, and a plastic bag and duct tape. The instructions have images that will show you which item to use and how to use it. In our next video, we'll discuss why we chose these particular items as opposed to other types, and go into details as to how the untrained person might use them. If you're experienced, you might consider other brands or items, but we have specific reasons why we chose these items that you should hear about. This is Amy Alton, ARNP, wishing you the best of health in good times or bad. Thanks for watching.
Hey, if you need a solid medical kit for the range, for that hunting trip, or for disaster settings, check out Nurse Amy's entire line at store.doomandbloom.net. Thanks again.